kids to bed. Dads are home, and I am the two-time world record holding wrestling t-shirt guy himself, Cephas. What's going on, y'all? And to my side, it's kind of weird to get used to now because he's normally up there, but to my side, we've got the one and only Big Rig. And if you notice, guys, we are one dad short today. And that we do want to mention right here at the start, Mike is not with us tonight because his mother did pass away about a half hour before the show started. So if you could just send all your positive vibes and your prayers and whatever to Mike and his family's way, be greatly appreciated. But the show must go on. He gave us his blessing to keep going, so we're going to keep going tonight. And Big Rig, tell them who we got tonight.
Absolutely. Tonight, man, I'll tell you what, this is probably one of the most special episodes we've ever had. Tonight we have with us a person that pretty much everybody is familiar with. I don't know many people that haven't seen the show. The one and only voice of Frylock from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Carey Means. Sir, how the heck are you?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great.
Your co-host's death in the family there, man. It's pretty wild, and it just happened apparently, like right before you guys came on here.
Yeah, all up until about halfway through the day, we when they realized they were getting close to the end, we expected to do this as a trio because we normally we do this as a trio, but he had to take some time to be with his family. Of course, we understand that, so
Yeah, stuff happens. I had a friend of mine take his own life last month.
Oh shoot!
On 4/21.
Damn,
it was crazy. He had dinner with his parents Sunday night. He went home. They were worried about him. The next day, his dad found him in his apartment. He was going through some depression. His fiance died a few years back. She had like a heart transplant, and her body rejecting it, and she ended up passing away. I thought he was muddling along as best he could. Everything seemed okay to me, but my wife didn't seem surprised by it. She said he was in a deep depression.
Okay.
I know he posted stuff about her all the time on social media, on his page, and we met her. She had Thanksgiving dinner over at our house. It was crazy, man. Things happen, man. You never know when is the last time you're going to see somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
not wrong.
I always try to tell people, don't argue with your folks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
you really
see
don't.
him after that last argument you had with him. You might not even ever see him again.
Yep.
They might not wake up. You might not wake up. You don't know
who's
going to
you never know.
Not wake up.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we try to speak heavily on that too. So, anybody struggling with any thoughts, like we always say, you can always message us. And if you can't get a hold of us, you can always dial 988. There's somebody on the other line.
Absolutely. I wish my friend had talked to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have changed his mind or anything, but maybe postpone it. You know, a few years until maybe I could have changed his mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I wish he could have reached out to me, said something. I heard from his mother. I tried to call him on the phone. Because my wife was trying to reach him. Because usually when we text him, he texts right back.
Mm-hmm.
And he lets us know his status or whatever. And I met him through him being an Aqua Teen fan, oddly enough. You know what I'm saying? And we met at this pool hall that we used to play pool at together. And we clicked. We just started being friends ever since. And that's what was so shocking to me about it, man. I was like, wow, how come if we were such good buddies, why he didn't tell his buddy what was going on with him? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they say sometimes, usually they reach out before they do it, however they're going to do it. And he just didn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens that way, I suppose. But anyway.
I feel like sometimes, I know for me, like sometimes the people closest to you are the hardest ones to tell, like I know I've had my struggles and stuff like that. And I try to cope with it the best I can. And it feels like the only time I tell, Cephas or Mike or, my family, it's like when it's all crashing down around me. It's like, man, I could have reached out so much sooner than this, and it's something that I'm trying to get better at, and hopefully other people can too.
Look, it's called life. You know what I'm saying? It's called life. It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. I've never thought about taking myself out, but there have been times where I know some other people who would have thought about it. Had they gone through what I went through, but that's something I've never wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't bring myself here, so I don't think I have the right to take myself out. That's just me. But I'm a chicken, man. I can't.
Same.
I can't shoot myself in the head.
I've got really bad FOMO. I've got really bad FOMO. I feel like the second I would do something like that, the greatest WrestleMania of all time would happen, and I would miss every cool match. All the stuff with my kids, anything. You know what I mean? It'd be tons of things that I'd miss out on, and it's just I can't do it because of that.
Yeah, they talked to some people who survived jumping off the Brooklyn Bridge, man, and they was like, as soon as I jumped, I thought about something I should be able to live for.
Yeah.
One guy who survived, he's like, as soon as I jumped, I thought that, you know what? There's a way I could have got out of this.
Yeah.
Whatever the problem was, there's no way out. There's no way out. Then as soon as you jump, you go, hey, what about, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Point of no return right there.
Yeah. Anyway, let's lighten the mood up.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about something a little more.
That's all right. I mean, sometimes it needs to be talked about, man.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
But I'll tell you what, something I've never been depressed about is watching a show that you were featured very prominently on. That is Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That is a show that I grew up with. I was at work today jamming out to the theme song. Like I love it, man. So
the original Schooly D theme song.
It was a remix of the original
MF Doom one.
I think so.
I love MF Doom, man. You talk about people leaving us too early. That's a beautiful artist that left us way too early.
Oh yeah, they did the collab.
Yeah,
tracks on there. They didn't call me. They scared of my skills, man. They scared of the skills.
That's right.
If you remember the season opener from season 11, I did my own rap lyrics on that one. I performed my own rap lyrics on that. That was my original Frylock bust a funky rhyme on they ass. on that season opener, that's my favorite. That's my ringtone, my alarm, all that.
Hell yeah.
But, I went in the studio and Dave Willis was like, here's your part, Carey. Just a little bitty couple of lines. I was like, oh, no, I think not. Let me hear that beat one more time. I bust a fucking rhyme on their ass. And I actually have an IMDb credit as a music producer for Aqua Teen as a result of that.
That's
awesome. On my IMDb page. So I was like, yeah, all right, cool. But they didn't call me for the MF Doom thing, man. I could have came in and spit on that, too. I think they used my voice from sound bites from like Frylock and maybe Thundercleese from the shows that I did. I think they did that, something to that effect.
Okay.
I've never listened to it because I'm not on it. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to MF Doom, rest in peace. But they didn't call me, man. So I was like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I got an album that me and my band are producing right now, and the guy that recording it, when I walked into the recording studio, he had an Andy Merrill signed autograph on the wall, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna get along just fine, bud. we're gonna get along."
You haven't lived until you've seen Andy Merrill perform anything.
I've got to at some point. I need to get him on here.
We did a show. We did a con together, man. He's a ball of wax, man. He's funny as hell. That's my buddy. I love Andy. I want to do more shows with him. We had a great time and everything. MC Chris is starting to do cons now and everything.
Yeah.
We just did a big one in Richmond, Virginia. We did a big show. Dave Willis. We got him out the house. Dave Willis, MC Chris, me, Dana Snyder, even Gary Anthony Williams, Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
What an iconic voice.
From the Boondocks, man.
The Boondocks.
Yeah. I tell you what, the white man is the greatest thing that ever country ever had. I love the white man. do everything for me.
Yeah, you do a good one yourself.
Oh,
man.
that's a
Y'all
good
don't
one.
know nothing about the white man. I love the white man. I love the white women too. The white women
Was
got
he-
my respect.
What does he call it when he's got the reverse Michael Jackson disease or something like that? The
Oh, man.
revitiligo.
You know what? You know
Even
what?
like
I actually met Aaron Magruder when I was the first con I ever went to was it was San Diego Comic Con 2006. Adult Swim had flew everybody to San Diego to be this Comic Con, man. Of course, Aqua Teen was was hitting, everything was good. And they had this booze cruise for the Adult Swim folks for us. They had a booze cruise for. I almost missed the damn boat, but that's another story. I'm literally jumping off the pier. Like literally jumping from the pier to the boat. Dana Snyder's on. Come on, Carey, jump! You can make it. You can make it. It was like a bad movie from the '80s or something like that. You know what I'm saying? See me running in slow motion.
I'm trying.
Sober people coming through. I'm trying to get on this booze cruise boat with free booze and food. I know the deal. I was like, Adult Swim booze cruise. Hell yeah, them big scrimps, them prawns. Like Jamie Foxx said to them, they had the prawns up in there, man. I mean, you got folks like Seth Green on the boat, Aaron Magruder. Aaron Magruder on the top of the yacht. He's on the top of the yacht. Fine ass Asian babe shooting pool.
Man.
With him on the top of the yacht. And I was like, she bending over shooting pool. And I'm looking at him like, is that your wife? He was like, no. I was like, it should be. You need to marry her. I said, so what can a brother do to get on the boondocks? You know what I'm saying? What can a brother Frylock do to get on the boondocks? He looked at me and said, we only employ SAG actors. And I was like, yes, at the time, we talking this 2006. I wasn't in SAG yet. I was just trying to get my feet wet in the industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the hell. I didn't even know how to get in SAG. And I ain't had the money to get in.
Yeah, because that was about, what, like 6 years into Aqua Teen?
Yeah. Aqua Teen was... They wasn't paying me the kind of money that they paying me now to join SAG, first of all. Second of all, it's your show. Why you going to tell me something like that? We don't employ SAG. You said it all snobby, like, you don't even employ SAG actors. I'm not saying Aaron Magruder's a slob. He's a nice brother, good to talk to. I met him. We took a selfie and all that. I didn't have a cell phone that could take a selfie back then. I did have one of those little Kodak Instamatic cameras that you see Tom Cruise using in the Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
I had one of those. So I'm taking pictures with Seth Green and him and all these folks. You only get 24 exposures on these roles, so you better make them count.
Man, I met Barry Larkin, a Cincinnati Red legend. I don't know if you know who he is or not, but I met him in front of a Walgreens in Cincinnati, and I didn't have a phone either. It was back then, and he was so kind because of how excited I was. He let me go buy one from Walgreens real quick, and we took a selfie together on a scratchy camera.
It was Instamatic.
Yeah.
Those things were convenient. You just go right into a CVS and grab one off the rack, man, and then you got your photo ops. Of course, you got to take the film to be developed.
Yep, that's what took me forever. I took the picture. It was like a year and a half. I finally got it.
Dick pics on there. You better be careful.
That's right.
You get in trouble.
Man, you ever do that to a friend though? Like at a party, like they're carrying their camera around, and you steal it, go like snap one, and then when they go get it developed,
no.
It's funny.
I've never done that.
Especially if your friends
you've done it, Big Boy.
Well, pranks have been had. Especially if your buddies.
They look through their pictures and go, oh, shit, what is this?
It's great, man. Especially if it's like him and his old lady and they're like looking through, oh, look at all these nights. Oh, my God.
But since you mentioned that, I was at a con once and this guy sent me a picture of himself that his roommate took, or they were in the same room, they sharing a room together, whatever. Yeah, he was getting out of the shower or whatever, so he had his towel on. It was like halfway butt naked, and it said "Good morning" or something like that. And he sent me the picture, so I started sending the picture to everybody. Everybody at the show got that picture that morning. It was like, what the hell? What's this half naked balding guy on my phone this morning, Carey? What are you doing?
That was the original. That was probably before like memes were a thing. You were just sending that stuff out, man.
You out in public and you see a guy that looks exactly like Carl sitting.
How you doing there?
sitting at a Denny's, and I actually have a picture like that on my phone. This guy, I was out in public somewhere, and he just sitting there. I was like, this dude look just like Carl. And posted this shit. Oh, not only that, but the guy, the Alabama, dude. I saw him in person. Dude, me and my wife saw this guy look exactly like him, man. It's like on a park bench somewhere, and I was like, man, I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is some surreal shit. If I walk up to him and he started going like Alabama, I'm a tree surgeon. Flip out.
So I gotta ask, man. We don't like to ask too many stereotypical questions, but how the hell did this fall into your life? How did you? Because I know you did some theater work, and I know you did a bunch of other stuff. But how does Aqua Teen come into your life?
My friend, I started doing theater. That's what the foundation. Even the late great Kevin Conroy, he was a stage actor. He didn't know nothing about no voiceover stuff. When he auditioned for Batman, his agent talked him into it. He wasn't even gonna do it. He was like, Kevin, just go. You'll have fun. You might even get the part. Go check it out. He got the damn part.
Now he is Batman.
He's
forever in my mind.
You watch a Batman cartoon now, you like, damn, I miss Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just miss him, man. Not that the guys that are doing them now aren't good, but
there's a quality that
when Mark Hamill, the Joker, says he's not going to do the Joker anymore because Kevin Conroy gone, that man left the void in the industry.
We were literally just talking about that. I think it was the last episode we were on here. How much we love Batman the Animated Series, like that is a top tier cartoon for us.
So this guy was doing. He's like a fan, and he has a fan page on Instagram called Batman the Animated Series.
Mm-hmm.
And what he's doing is he's doing these fan vignettes of Batman and Commissioner Gordon and these villains. They're short vignettes, right? So he's had me 2 times do Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Of his little vignettes. So if you look if you look them up,
I'm looking that up right now.
Look it up. You'll see the list. You'll see Carey Means as Commissioner Gordon. So I did. He paid me now.
Is it Batman the Animated Fan?
I think his page is called Batman the Animated Series. To tell you the truth, I think it's on Instagram. You see Batman sitting on top of the building, and
that guy right there.
It's that's it.
Yep.
And they do
followed.
They do fan films, and I played Commissioner Gordon twice for him, so that's been pretty cool.
That's the type of dude we like to get in for an interview too, man. People that are creative, we like to talk to them.
Hey, especially if they pay me.
Even better, man.
No, this guy told me I should do Waze, the driver app thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As Frylock, and I'm like, man, that's something that they gonna have to set up through Adult Swim.
Yeah.
All of us come in as our characters, so we can all get paid properly to do that shit. I was like, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, if you do though, please pay this man because that'd be awesome.
Kevin Conroy did that before he passed. You could get Batman on Waze, and it was Kevin Conroy.
Oh my god!
And it would just be the simplest stuff, like turn left. Just I am the knight. Turn right.
Accident coming up. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? The Batman telling you to slow your ass down. That's crazy. Yeah, I was like, it would be a great idea. This guy contacted me and wanted me to do this, right? And I'm like, man, that's something you got to set up through Adult Swim because I didn't tell him this, and I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I'm trying to get paid off something like that. I ain't trying to do this for Joe Schmo and then turn around and get sued by Adult Swim. So you can't say you're a Frylock like that out and doing Waze. Frylock. You can't. We own the rights to this character. They do own the rights, but they don't own the copyrights, which is crazy. So you can make a bunch of Aqua Teen merch and sell it online if you want to. My wife's doing it.
Really?
She's making plushies. My wife makes plushies. If you look,
see, I didn't even know there was a difference between the rights and the copyrights.
Yeah,
I know
the rights to the characters.
Right.
Adult Swim owns. So you can't just go around all willy-nilly talking I'm fry like this and I'm fry like that and expect to get paid off everybody. I don't own the character. They do. You know what I'm saying? I can go to cons and stuff like that. They know about that, but I can't
Right.
go around like popping up on people's rap albums, rapping, yo, this Frylock, yo, 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 1 2 1 2. I can't do that without their permission. But my wife can make a Frylock plushie, sell it online, and make profit, which is what she's been doing.
The one with
She's making Shake, Master Shake, plushies.
the removable
She's
fries.
On the yeah, you saw that one?
Yeah, on your
One where you can
website.
take the people asked for that one. People wanted that one. Then you could take the fries out. I don't know what they're doing when they take the fries out.
Right.
I feel like everybody wants to see Frylock get spilled over, and that's just that's why they're buying it. Like,
they
you
want
know
to
what?
be able to dump the fries out.
Yeah, they want to dump the fries out.
I don't like the sound of that.
Are the fries his brain, or is that him? I don't.
Oh, you need to see the Visible Frylock poster.
I have seen that.
Study that poster very carefully. That's the one that's hanging on his bedroom wall. And
so
just read through that there, and that'll explain some.
Was your humor as weird as the show when you started, or did you get weirder with the show as time went on?
Ooh, that's a good question. Nobody ever asked me that. You thought about this question, haven't you?
There's
you
been
this
a lot.
weird when the show started, or you always this weird? I was always this weird.
Hey, me too, man.
My family calls me weird. I took it as a compliment.
Yeah, it is a compliment.
When your family calls you weird, and you know you got a weird family already, and they call you weird, it's like, thanks. No, but, it comes from doing theater. It comes from being on stage, performing in front of a live audience. Have you ever taken one of those classes, public speaking?
Sort of. I've been in a lot of
in school. I had to take some. Yeah.
Now you got to do a 2-minute speech. It just seems you first hear that you go 2 minutes. That's nothing. I can do that. Then you start researching, and then you start practicing, and then you start going, oh shit, 2 minutes is a long.
That's a long time.
I got to stand up here and talk for 2 minutes about some shit that I better know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You better know what you're talking about. That's the thing about public speaking and things of that nature. But that's what I tell people who want to get into doing voiceovers, man. Start with theater. Do some community theater. Do some improv.
Mm-hmm.
Take some singing lessons if you can fit that in, too. Because breathing from the diaphragm is very important. Sometimes you got to read something very fast. Not available this state, that state, Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? You got to read all this shit really fast, and you're not going to be able to memorize it because you might get the copy that morning, and you got to turn it in that afternoon. You know what I'm saying? You can't memorize that.
It's more than just reading off a piece of paper.
You got to think on your feet. That's the difference between stage act and the difference between television and film acting and voiceover acting is just this. You can express your emotions through a television screen and a camera by using your eyes and your facial expressions and things of that nature without even speaking. But when you're in the booth doing a voiceover, guess what? You can't do any of that.
Can't do that.
Convey it through your voice. You got to convey happiness, sadness, anger, rage, whatever it is, whatever the emotion is, you got to convey it through just your voice and your voice only. So that's, to me, is what makes doing voiceover acting very more so challenging than doing acting on camera.
Yeah.
Not that I'm knocking on camera stuff. I want to do on camera stuff just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what sets you apart, though, a lot, man. I watch a lot of cartoons. They're tattooed all over my body. I've even got a meatwad tattoo. Like I love
Sweet.
cartoons, but what sets you apart, I think, is like, for example, with Meatwad, like there's almost like a fatherly tone when Frylock speaks to Meatwad, and it's even in like some of the craziest situations. He almost has like I care about this little ball of meat. You know what I mean? Like
He does. It's Shake that gets on his freaking nerves.
Yeah.
Shake is the one who's the a-hole. He even says it in like one of the last episodes when they're trying to replace the jewel on his back. He was like, why I gotta die? What's wrong with Shake? He's the asshole. How come I'm the one's gotta die? What? The funny story, side note about that, when Matt Malero and Dave Willis, the co-creators of Aqua Teen, were working on the very last episode, they kept writing different scripts, and every script they wrote got rejected. Reject it. Until they came across the one where Frylock died. Yeah, that's what we want. We want the one where Frylock checks out. We want the one where Frylock buys a farm. I'm like, excuse me? What that's got to be
What does it
Frylock?
mean?
It's got to go. And then they made it an alternate ending where they all get a hold of the Christopher Lambert shampoo and live as immortals, and Frylock gets imprisoned for life and joins a white supremacist group.
Jesus Christ.
That's some crazy shit, right?
Oh man. I gotta ask you about your experience with the movie, man. Did you get to go to a bunch of red carpets and stuff?
Which movie?
The Aquatine, the colon movie for theaters.
You didn't see the DVD backstories on the DVD.
I apparently did not.
Okay, you got to look that up, man.
I have the DVD. I've just never watched the special features. Apparently,
yeah, you got to watch the special features. George Lowe as Space Ghost in costume is interviewing us on the green carpet.
Oh,
at the premiere of the first Aquatine movie. They go from me to somebody dressed as a chicken, though, or some shit. I kind of got offended. I'm sitting there with my big brother's suit jacket on, the shit swallowing me up, and I'm sitting there trying to look all cool and be interviewed by a space ghost himself, and they just pan away from me and go to this guy dressed as Adult Swim chicken or some shit. Robot chicken. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a robot chicken. And I'm like, hey, man.
I'm here.
But that was a trip. That was that was a while ago.
It's been a minute, man.
And one of my checks was late from good old Turner.
Oh,
so I had no money the night of the premiere, and I actually had a date. I talked this chick into coming with me, right? I figured I could at least get a hand job out of this.
I am Frylock after all.
Pick her up in the limo and everything like that, and take her to the venue, and everything's all smooth and suave until it's time to go home. I forgot to get the cab fare from one of the producers at the bar we were hanging at. So, Cabby drops her off at her house, and he's like, okay, my friend, that'll be so much of dollars. And I'm like, oh, I'll tell you what, you can drop her off, but I ain't got no money. You're going to have to go see Vishal Rooney at Turner at this address tomorrow morning and tell him I sent you. Hey, you talk about somebody that was hot. At least she got home. She got home to her baby and her baby daddy who were waiting on her, which I didn't know nothing about until she said that.
What'd she tell him? I'm going to a premiere with Frylock, so deal with it.
Probably did.
Shit.
You know that scene in Spider-Man where Peter Parker's dragging the moped down the street that just got demolished? And he's passing all these billboards and Mary Jane, and he's like, yeah, this is my life. It was like that. Had to walk home that night from her apartment to where I lived. That was the night of the premiere of the first Aquatine movie. On the one hand, Spider-Man is this great superhero, right? Frylock is this great character. On the other hand, Carey Means is like Peter Parker. Because he had to walk home the night of the premiere because his check was late.
Oh, man, that's some shit.
The check eventually got there, but, the damage was done.
I mean, yeah, you think about that, though.
I have no ill will towards Adult Swim or any of its affiliates.
You're at your movie premiere, and you're like, well,
trying to be the big dog and show off and shit.
This looks like a big dog, but
having to walk home with
golly,
with just the clothes on your back.
Clothes on your back.
Hell, Dana Snyder's father bought me a beer at the bar, at least.
Yeah, that's cool. You can't take that away from you.
That was cool.
Okay, does that dude just sound like Shake all the time? Did he even really try that hard?
Have you seen his other work?
Not really, no.
Have you seen Patrick Starr's show?
Yeah.
He's the
I have
grandfather. He's Patrick Starr's granddad.
Yeah, I'm a cartoon addict. I've seen him in
You've seen Squidbillies.
Of course.
Right? He's the granny.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. He is.
Yeah, that's a different voice.
It's not.
He's one of those guys that no matter what he's in, it's him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, he don't change his voice for shit. This is like, this is me. This is it. This is how I'm going to do it. Just like this every time. And that's what he does.
That's amazing.
We did a show called Welcome to the Wayne. This character that's behind me here. That my character's name is Jonah Bishop. This guy, his name is Billy Lopez. And he grew up watching Aqua Teen, as we all have, of course. Grew up watching Aqua Teen. He's like, man, one day I'm going to have a show. They're going to have all those guys on there. Damn if he didn't do it. He got me. He got Dave Willis. He got Dana Snyder. He got all of us to do these characters on his show called Welcome to the Wayne. But he let us use our Aqua Teen voices for the characters that we did. So it was like, my character sounded suspiciously like Frylock. Dave Willis's character was a doorman who sounded exactly like Carl. Dana Snyder's character was a kid who hunts vampires with spoons.
You know what?
Sounds exactly like Shake.
You need to do your British evil voice.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so like
my British evil voice. What's that?
When you're evil
darling?
And sinister in your British accent.
My wife, she smokes pot.
I wouldn't know nothing about that at all.
What is that?
Shitty, and he really missed Carey. He doesn't like him when he's in there.
My wife is the president of an animal rescue, so I know all about kitties. Yeah, we're a pretty large rescue.
How many animals in your house right now?
Right now we have our animals, but we have 6 kittens that we're fostering right now, and 1 male cat. But we constantly, like I said, my wife's the president, so we've got a couple hundred animals under our care at any time as a whole. So
wow, that's pretty good work, man.
Yeah, she works her ass off. It's a lot of work, but I mean it's worth it, man.
That's sweet. You must be the janitor. You're the person who cleans the litter boxes, right?
No.
He's over here purring.
I'm an electrician by trade.
Who cleans the litter boxes? You make your wife do that too?
Hey, shit, that's her deal.
Oh, damn.
That's her deal.
I won't do it.
That's her deal.
I wish I could get my wife to clean some litter boxes. We got 4 cats and 4 litter boxes.
Not enough litter boxes.
And one of my cats likes to shit on the dining room floor.
We got the litter
in
robot.
the room where there's 3 litter boxes.
We got the litter robots though, so ours automatically cycle.
It doesn't matter. We can have a litter robot. This cat will steal shit on the dining room, like he's a dog or some shit.
And we're still not even having.
And I'm like, and my wife is like, the solution to the problem is to get another litter box. I was like, babe, we got 3 litter boxes. I think we got enough litter boxes. Because I know who's going to have to clean the litter boxes when we get 4 of them.
You rather clean the carpet or the litter box?
Both. Got to do both.
Are you bored?
Because the little son of a bitch is still shitting on the damn carpet.
Hey, Carey, can you see if you can turn your mic up just a little bit more?
We did that right before. Yeah, we have someone in the comments saying your mic is low.
My mic is low again?
I can hear you.
Saying it's low.
Oh, yeah, I see his foot. His foot's right by this fucking thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you kicked it.
My mic get low because I get low.
Is that better?
Let's hear you.
Is that better?
It sounds great to me.
I hear you just fine.
How about now?
I think your fan need to turn their volume up on.
Turn the volume up.
How about now?
Tell them to unplug it and plug it back in.
Speaking of the fans, we got quite a few people commenting here.
No,
yeah,
our dude Crash Landicoot.
Is that better?
Okay, you keep.
We hear you just fine.
Headphones keep going.
There you go.
Okay,
yeah, there you go.
Now it's perfect. Whatever you did.
All right.
Whew.
You did it. Yay! My wife did it.
Oh, that's what that green light's for. Hey, get out! Out! No,
okay,
no.
get this cat out of here.
Oh my God! Come here, you!
Man.
I'm surrounded by pussy.
Oh my God! Crazy ass cat! What are you doing?
I got 4 cats and a wife.
You're so fucking Oh, I needed to know when you were done because I want to know when to start the gravy for dinner. I'm making
We got about a half hour left.
You start the gravy, baby. Make sure them eggs is good and boiled there.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you.
We having possum stew.
I messed up your eggs.
What do you mean you messed them
I
up?
boiled them and then The shell stuck to the white part.
Look, listen.
I tried.
Don't worry about it,
All
okay?
right.
Forget about the freaking eggs.
Well,
Just
Mostly
go
peeled.
take care of the thing you need to take care of, baby. Yeah, so now my headphones are working perfectly.
There
Everything
we
is
go.
good. And
Yeah, you sound much louder now.
I told her there's a short in them. She didn't believe me when I told her this. I'm like, a voice actor has to hear himself
Yeah, you got to hear that.
in the headphones to know how bad he's effing up.
That is true.
Or how good he's doing something, is just an inherent thing. This is what it is. My equipment must work flawlessly for me to try to not get that next role I'm not going to be passed over for. These auditions are brutal, man. Just because I'm Frylock don't mean don't mean roles fall in my lap because I'm Frylock. Now, the Jonah Bishop thing on Welcome to the Wayne, that happened that way. The guy was just a fan.
That's that power of manifestation.
And he had Nickelodeon behind it. The problem was Nickelodeon didn't give a flying fuck about Welcome to the Wayne.
Yeah, they should have.
They didn't care about the show. They didn't back it. They didn't market it like they should have. The show was nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, daytime
Actually,
Emmy.
It was. We didn't win.
Hey, but Carey,
But
you
hey.
can say this. You're the first ever Emmy nominated guest on DWO podcast.
There we go.
We've had
let me know when Aqua Teen is nominated for an Emmy. I'll fall out my chair. We're like, what? Ah! It's not considered a daytime show, so I don't know how that will work.
Yeah, it definitely can't get a daytime Emmy.
No, can't get a daytime. But they have them for evening and late night as well. The Simpsons got tons of them. But hey, it is what it is.
Aqua Teen can get some.
Well, I was hoping we would get some Homer Simpson legs out of our show. You know what I'm saying?
Keep on going.
But we just put 5 new ones in the can. I don't know if you saw the Clandestine 5.
I was just about to say, it's almost like Aqua Teen has never truly ended.
No.
You guys, once Aqua Teen,
no, they've always aired it. It's always been airing on Adult Swim. So
too.
You could say it's canceled if you want, but if they're still airing the show, how is it canceled?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're still showing it.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, this show was canceled, but it's in syndication. It would be nice if Aqua Teen could get into syndication. That means we get paid. We would get residuals. We're getting them now because, like, I'm in SAG now, and I'm getting them now because of the newer stuff, and the newer contract that we signed.
Right.
But before the first run of the show, no, there was no SAG after. There was no residuals. I'm in the right to work state of Georgia. If anybody out there knows what a right to work state means, that's what that shit means. Yep. That's why so many films are shot in Georgia now, because of the right to work laws. You can get away with treating extras any old kind of way. You didn't hear that from me, though. You didn't hear that from me.
The same thing happens here in Ohio. I did a movie with Mickey Rourke, and I was an extra in a boxing movie with Mickey Rourke, and I made like $80 to stand there for like 16 hours, but they fed me. And
they feed you good. They feed you good.
I got to hang out with Mickey Rourke a little bit.
Unless you're there at 3 a.m. and you're waiting on that third meal, and that third meal is just a bag of chips and a drink.
Didn't get to talk to him or nothing, but it was still cool.
Depends on where you are and what the laws are in your state. Yeah. If you're in the right to work state, you're probably not going to get much. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't get how when they have a hit like Aqua Teen, how they don't just secure you guys financially, because you guys are making so much money off of merchandise, and there's so many different avenues.
Speaking of merchandise, there's supposed to be some Aqua Teen Funko Pops coming down the pipeline.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Supposedly. This is what I heard from Dave Willis, one of the co-creators of the show. He told me this like months and months and months ago. So yeah, they all Adult Swim had to do is say, go ahead and make them. That's all. That's all it takes for the Funko Pop people to make the Funko Pops about. I mean, there's a Space Ghost. There's a Zorak, I think, too, from Space Ghost Coast to Coast in the Brack Show. I would love to see a Thundercleese Funko Pop myself.
Same.
That'd be pretty cool. Brack. Aqua Teen. The Carl alone would probably fly off the shelves. You know, everybody would want a Carl Funko Pop.
Yeah,
Come with hand banana. Forget about it.
I would buy it. You tonight.
That's right. All I know is good, ball, rape.
Oh man, I can't tell you the countless amount of hours I've watched that show. I'll never forget the first time I ever seen an episode. It was the episode when Danzig moved in next door.
Oh man!
And I was
where
like,
you can get the blood to flow up the walls.
what the fuck am I watching? What is this? I love this. And I was hooked, man. I was hooked from then on.
Yeah, man. I didn't get a chance to meet Danzig, but I've met a few people. I met Andrew WK, who was a guest star on Party, all that. Although it's one of my least favorite episodes. I don't like that episode. They get Frylock cancer, and then all of a sudden by the end of the episode, he doesn't have it. And I'm like,
what the fuck?
Scratching my head. I'll scratch my head on a few episodes.
I don't remember the name of it, but one of the ones that absolutely stuck with me is the mold episode where he's got to eat mold at the end of the episode because he's penicillin.
Old Drippy. Old Drippy,
yeah.
I'm gonna call you Drippy. It's dripping on all my stuff.
All right, meatwad in the house. Pretty good.
Hey, thank you.
I've heard a lot of meatwads, but that's a good one. That's a good one there.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Old Drippy. That's a classic, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That one always killed me.
I like the one where Meatwad gets smart because he thinks.
Oh yeah. Man, there's so many. There's so many good episodes.
At this point, there really is. There's a. What is the total episode count here? Let's see if I.
It was well over 200 plus. Now, you know, if you want to count the Aquadonk side pieces, you can throw them in there too. On YouTube, we did 10 of those, and they're still on YouTube running. They're all 3 minutes and some change each. And if you type in Aquadonk side pieces, you could find them. Yeah.
145 according to the IMDb.
Oh, there's more than that. There's over 200. Because we did a 200.
I mean, that's just 1 through 12.
Season 1 through 8, or 1, because that's when it was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Then it became.
We did a 200th episode, the first run of Aqua Teen. So
yeah,
that's not right. There's over 200 episodes.
Their IMDb.
And there's Aqua Unit Patrol Squad, Aqua.
Well, they might count those separately, but they're really not. They might count them separately because they changed the name.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose. They changed the name and changed the theme song of the show each time they did that shit. Around the same time, they were changing the theme song for Squidbillies every week or whatever the hell it was. You know, that's Matt and Dave doing shit like that. You know,
I love Squidbillies too. I told you not to touch the tram.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's too bad Unknown Henson dug his own grave on that one.
Yeah, buddy, man, that's a deep one too.
That's crazy shit. And then they got Tracy Morgan to come in. And Tracy Morgan is like, I'm just going to do my own voice. I don't know if he tried to do an early accent or nothing like that. They probably just do your own voice, Tracy. That's best.
We got a question here that actually is a good one here. What made them want to change the show names? Were they just trying to refresh it, or
that was Matt Malero and Dave Willis? They just wanted to be dicks. That's the only explanation I can come up with. They just wanted to say, "Oh, okay, so if we do this, then that'll happen." I don't know what the logic was behind that. They just felt like doing it, basically. You know what I'm saying? They just felt like doing it, man.
So, what comes first for you, cartoon-wise? Was that Brack and Thundercleese? Was that before?
I was doing Thundercleese on the Brack show at around the same time I got Frylock. I kind of got hired for both shows around simultaneously, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, so that went. I thought I was on Easy Street then. I was like, yes, I'm never going to have to work a day in my life again. And psych. I still had to get a regular job because those recording sessions were far and few in between. Let me tell you right now. It wasn't like You know, it wasn't like Family Guy or The Simpsons where we all sat around the table and recorded 10 episodes in one shot. And then waited on those big money checks to come in. No. Adult Swim didn't have that type of budget. And now it's even less of a budget now because we just got bought. Discovery Channel just bought Time Warner. So you got Discovery Channel, Time Warner, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim.
Damn.
So when one major corporation buys another organization, guess where they're going to trim the fat at? The bottom. They started Adult Swim. The last time I went in and recorded for Aqua Teen, it was like all the guys who worked on the show since its inception were like, oh, they laid me off. They laid me off. They laid me off too. I was like, ooh.
Damn.
Should I stop telling people we're back? And I've been going to cons. I've been going to cons telling people, we're back, baby. Yeah, you can't keep a good Friday and all this shit. And I go in the record and they're like, yeah, man, they laid us all off. And I'm like, uh-oh. I laid y'all off. What that mean for us? What that mean for the cast? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I don't know, you know.
Working with
hopefully they didn't just dangle this carrot in front of us and go, yeah, we're gonna do 5 episodes and then let y'all go forever.
Right.
That'd be kind of like a kick in the teeth, I think, you know, a little bit. That would suck. So your guess is as good as mine if they're gonna do some more. Hopefully we'll do more. Hopefully next season it'll be 25 instead of 5 episodes.
I'd love that.
And then another movie out of it, maybe. That would be nice, too. You know what I'm saying? I think we got another movie in us.
Shit, I'd love
trifecta.
A long time.
Did you guys see Plantasm?
I did not.
No.
Did not see Plantasm.
You got Max at Home, formerly known as HBO Max?
Yes.
I do.
It's on there.
Okay.
Well, I know what I'm watching before I go to bed tonight.
All you got to do is type in Aqua Teen Hunger Force, baby. All kind of stuff will pop up, you know.
Okay.
We're still around. We're still you can watch pretty much every episode on Max except for one. Shake Like Me, when Shake gets bitten by a radioactive black man and turns into Jamocha Loca Chakalaka. Loca Shaker. It's that woke culture, I guess. They won't show that one. Max won't show that one. You know what's funny? People have asked me, ever since they found that out, people start asking me, what did you think about that episode? I was like, what do you mean what did I think about it? I did my lines, went home, waited on my check, like every other episode.
I got to show a picture.
I remember that.
I'm pulling the picture up right now, just for those at home that don't know what we're talking about, because as soon as he said
my God.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's ridiculous.
Radioactive black man.
I tell you what, man, when I first got this meatwad tattoo, I almost got the rest of the trio tattooed as well, but the guy who did the tattoo wasn't the greatest. So I since found a much greater tattoo artist, but whenever
Can we see that? Can you zoom in on that? I want to actually see that meatwad tattoo.
Like I said, it's not the greatest, but it's there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But see,
it's all right.
Now,
at least you didn't do what this other guy did. He got it tattooed on his scrotum.
Oh
and to see it, he has to squeeze him. And it's in full color, eyeballs colored in and everything.
Oh my God, that had to be horrendous.
Could you imagine sitting?
No,
I've long enough for somebody to tattoo meatwad on your balls.
Tattooed on my sternum, and that was a tap
meatwad
out moment
on your meatwad.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Goodness,
that sounds horrendous.
At some point, I want to get the rest of the trio on
the
there.
Sternum is the chest, ladies and gentlemen. In case you all didn't know, that's the chest.
Right there.
It's a Wu-Tang song where they say that, and then they say it's the chest. I think because FCC didn't know what the fuck sternum was or something. We got to clarify sternum, chest. I mean my chest when I say sternum, okay? Not scrotum, sternum. But yeah, that guy had meatwad tattooed on his. And Dana Snyder told me about that, and I looked it up, and sure enough.
I'm going to have to look that up now.
I don't know, I guess you just type in meatwad tattoo on balls.
Let's see. I'm going to just
meatwad scrotum tattoo.
Right now.
Meat wad on the scrotum.
This could go horribly wrong too. Whatever you decide to type in.
Yeah, you might come up with all kind of shit. So Carey told me to do it.
Meat wad scrotum. Perfect.
Meat wad scrotum tattoo. Maybe you should do that.
I hit enter too quick.
Uh-oh. You're getting all kind of gay porn, aren't you? Meat wad scrotum. Well, I have a meat wad scrotum too.
Oh, God. There's quite a lot, but I don't see any that are very clearly testicles. I'm gonna have to do a deeper search later.
I do see a meat wad dressed as Elvis. That one's pretty cool.
Oh, that's from the show. That's from when meat wad was trick or treating. Trick or treat, smell my meat, give me something good to eat. I can't do meat wad. I can.
Meat wad's been natural for me.
People ask me what my favorite episode is, and it's the one called Super Birthday Snake, where meat wad wants a pet, and instead of a bunny rabbit, no thanks to Shake, a snake comes in the mail. He names him Nathan Scott Phillips and staples these bunny ears to his head, and he ends up getting devoured by the snake, and then Shake gets eaten by the snake, and then Frylock blows the snake to hell, gets on the phone, tells his buddy bring over a couple of bitches before I put a cigarette in your damn eye. Yeah, that's my favorite episode.
When they approached you with Aqua Teen, did they say, okay, here's like a backstory on these characters, or they were like, yeah?
Well, first of all, they didn't approach me per se. I was doing what they call bumps for Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. I was the announcer that would come on and tell you about what you're about to see next on Cartoon. Coming up next on Cartoon Network, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Dexter's Laboratory. So I was the announcer for Samurai Jack, the first run, the first incarnation. Samurai. On the next Samurai Jack gets to this, that, and the other. I was the guy telling you about the next episode, you know. And so at the time, he was a production assistant. He's probably a CEO over there now. This guy named Larry Morris. I remember his name so well because I went to high school with a guy by the same name. But my Larry Morris was more like Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's what my Larry Morris was more like. This guy, he ran the Matt Malero and Dave Willis. So he got his Carey Means guy. He'd be perfect for this show y'all doing about these food products. And unbeknownst to me, I just found this out recently from Dave Willis, co-creator of the show and the voice of Carl and Meat Wad and Ignat and Boxy Brown and many, many other characters on the show. He was like, oh, we had already hired a guy. We had already had somebody that was going to do Frylock when we heard your audition. I was like, really? So, yeah, they had already hired somebody to do them. But when they heard my audition, they was like, man, this dude is it. This other guy is too boring, too dull, too droll. That's what they told me. The other dude didn't have no life to him. So I got the part.
That's what I was just talking about. It sets you apart, man. You've got so much depth in your voice. You can convey so much emotion on a box of French fries. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You ever go to McDonald's and just get a fry and just sit there and say, what the hell is this?
You ever go to McDonald's and you know who I am? Do you know who I am? No, I never do that. But I have signed a few McDonald's French fry boxes people have brought to me at shows. I've drawn Frylock on a few of them myself, and this one mother showed me a picture on her phone of her son. Her son made a Frylock out of a McDonald's French fry box. It was pretty damn good, too. So we thought we were going to get sued by McDonald's when we first started the show, man. Because, you know, this is like, they're going to sue us because of Frylock. You know, as long as there wasn't no golden M on his back, I guess they didn't give a damn.
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool with them.
It's a pretty iconic box, but I don't know that you can.
Yeah, but theirs doesn't have a diamond on the back with a VCR under it.
That's right.
Right.
What a fucking strange character. I remember when I went to go see the movie, I was like, okay, they're going to give us some concrete backstory to these guys. And they did about 7 different ways and make you question, like, what the hell you just watched at the end of it. But it's such a masterpiece. Yeah.
Well, it is. It's just...
Neil Peart, I mean, drum solo of life. There's so much to that I just immediately, I don't know, I just love it. I've seen it probably 50 times. It's like dead serious.
I did a show in Shreveport, Louisiana, where Chris Kattan was there, and he was Walter Mellon. And he reminded my friend who was with me that he was Walter Mellon. I was like, oh, son of a bitch, he sure was. Damn. Let's go get a photo op with Chris Kattan. You know, it's
That's
crazy.
your colleague.
Yeah. It's nuts, man.
That's why we're doing this, man. We're like that Billy Lopez guy, man. I manifested bringing you on here. You're one of my absolute favorite voice actors. I've got a whole long list. I really want to get Rob Paulson on at some point, and I'm going to make it happen.
Oh, that's my buddy. I know Rob.
We're going to get big enough to where he's going to agree to do our show. And that's my goal. I'm going to put it out there, and it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, it'll happen. Just keep believing. Keep believing in the dream, my friend.
We keep producing. We keep making more content.
Keep the dream alive. Keep hope alive. Oh, that's Jesse Jackson. Sorry.
I tell you what, man. We're definitely going to have you back on for a second time because with, like we said, Mike, our co-host, he lost his mother tonight. Like
yeah. Once again, Mike, sorry to hear that, man. I hope my prayers and thoughts and prayers are with you. I lost my mother back in 2005, so I know what you're feeling right now, man. It's just a hurt that it's gonna take a while to go away if it ever does.
Yeah.
So, God bless you.
But we'll give it a couple months, man. We'll have you come back on, man. We'll get another chat with that one.
Oh, that'd be cool too. Yeah, absolutely, no problemo.
Hey, man, if you got any other friends also you want to send our way that any of your contemporaries that want to have a nice interview, we're always looking for more people too, man. So
yeah, if I could. Yeah.
Just put them in contact with us anytime you want, brother. Like I said, we're trying to elevate our show as much as we possibly can. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Give you guys a reason to have a nice conversation with us.
Honestly, it's just been. I love having conversations like this. I love these are the kind of shows that I enjoy watching, where it's not structured question answer. It's just a fun conversation that kind of goes 800 different ways. I mean, we're in the middle of the show and there's a cat and audio and eggs and
my wife
talking about a movie premiere. Yeah,
show one of the comments here. Fuck him eggs, baby. Somebody commented.
Fuck them eggs.
I mean,
that's how the eggs got here in the first place.
Yeah.
Which came first?
Somebody fucked an egg.
The rooster did. That's who came first.
Right. Hey.
I'll say, boy, you ain't listening to me, son. Little foghorn leghorn there for you, boy.
I'll say, boy.
I keep pitching them, you keep missing them. They flying right over your head, son.
You are an absolute legend, brother. I'm so stoked that we have got a chance to at least give you some of your flowers here today and let you know how great we think you are.
It's been a blast with you fellas, man. It's been great.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Absolutely fantastic. Man. I didn't know what to expect. You never know what to expect when you do these type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
And you guys, I'm sure on your end, you definitely don't know what to expect. You might get some crazy some bitch on the other side.
That just makes for good content, brother.
Oh, okay. Good content.
Yeah. You got to find the silver lining and everything. But honestly, this has been like we say, man. I mean, we're almost at an hour here, and this has absolutely flown by because I know I had a ton of fun talking to you. And
it's been great.
We appreciate your stories and just your being yourself. That's our favorite part. We're not looking for, well, this is how what. Like, no, just be yourself, man. And that's what makes it fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I could give you some crap if you wanted to. If you wanted to have some crap.
I will say,
born in a log cabin back in St. Louis.
I will say before we wrap this up, I will ask one thing from you. Can we get just some sage advice from from you, not from Frylock, but from Carey? Can we get some good advice for anybody out there?
Always treat people like you want to be treated. Keep your nose clean and your butthole clean. And always keep Will Smith's wife's name out your motherfucking mouth.
All right.
Absolutely.
Sage advice.
Sage advice. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
I don't know about that, man. It's just, I don't care. Talk about Will Smith, talk about his wife, and I don't give a shit. It don't matter. None of this matters. That's what Carl said, right?
That's right.
Hey, as long as we're having fun, while none of it matters, that's
None
good
of
enough.
this matters. Svetlana, baby, sweetheart, mail order bride. That was a good one. That was a good one. After a while, this show started writing itself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's why it was so easy. After the 8-year hiatus that we had from 2016 to now, basically, it was like we were back in the studio. It was nothing to it. We just clicked, got back on the horse, and I was mad there was only 5 episodes. Really,
Right.
I'm like 5. Y'all call that a season? 5 episodes. They call it okay, whatever. So it was a tease. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was one of the things I wanted to ask you. Like, at what point was it just like the 2 show creators? Like, did they write everything, or was there input from you guys or anything like that?
Oh no, they wrote everything. They wrote everything.
Okay.
They wrote everything. But our input was the improv lines.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was there any like improv stuff? Where it's like,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
funny and, yeah.
There's tons of improv crap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we need something here. We need something there. You know what I'm saying? It was just a big fun laugh fest, man. And I used to get off on watching my co-stars work. Watch Dave go in there, and hear Dana do some crazy shit. Even when George Lowe would phone his stuff in, that stuff was the bomb. I love it. I love it when other people can make me laugh, and we're just trying to make the world laugh. That's all.
Yeah.
You
guys have done a hell of a job, man. That is for sure.
Thank you very much. We aims to please. Absolutely.
Well, Steve, you got anything else before we wrap this up?
Man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Like he said, I've watched this cartoon before I was of legal age. I was a young man watching it, and I'm a 36-year-old man watching it today. So, and as long as you guys keep making them, I'll keep tuning in too. So.
Well, God bless you, sir, and you guys have my prayers and thoughts. Your friend, his mother.
Yep.
God bless him. You guys take it easy.
All right.
It was nice talking to you. I had fun.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you have me back again.
Oh, we will.
We'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Peace, love, and fry grease, y'all.
Peace, love, and fried grease. I love it.
Absolutely.
Well, hell yeah. As always, we've been the DWO Podcast. I'm Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Cephas. And he is the one and only Carey Means, a.k.a. Frylock. As always, check us out on all the socials at DW_podcast, Facebook at the DWO Podcast, TikTok at DW_pod. Get that dad merch at Pro Wrestling Tees and T Public. Carey, do you have anything you want to plug before we head out of here?
Well, just hit me up on Carey Means _ the voice of Frylock if you want to order a print, signed print. Shipping is free within the continental United States. You can check my roster out. I got a bunch of prints for sale on there. My wife is doing the plushie thing. Like I said, she's making Aqua Teen plushies. She's working on the Moon Knights right now, so she'll have those done soon enough. And just check me out at the next Connor event that I'm going to be at. I'll be in Southwest Florida for Space Con next month. June 7th, I believe it is. June 7th, whatever that Saturday is, 7th or 8th. Yeah, it's a one-day show. So if you're in Southwest Florida, come check me out there at Space Con, y'all. I'll be there signing autographs, hobnobbing with the fans, and having a French fried blast.
Hell yeah.
Good to meet you guys, man.
Hey, good to meet you as well, man.
Yeah,
hey,
take
until
it
next
easy.
time. Top
Yes,
Dads.
sir.
Out.